Hello and thank you for joining me. I'm Heather Forgan of stampwithnellie.com. I'm an independent Stampin' Up demonstrator in the UK. And today I'm going to show you this beautiful card using the Beautiful Friendship stamp set. And when you're looking at that, you might notice all these lovely different shades. When we've got real dark there, and then there's a slightly darker and lighter shades throughout there. And you may be thinking, how do you manage to achieve that effect with your stamping? And the easy answer is to use one of Stampin' Up's distinctive stamp sets. So the one I'm using today is on page 115 of the 2020 annual catalogue. And you'll see there's a little symbol there that says distinctive. And that is exclusive to Stampin' Up. And it basically means that your stamp itself will take on different amounts of ink, so that when you stamp it, you get those different shades on your card from just one single stamp, which is fabulous. There's quite a lot of them in the catalogue, and actually on page 114 there's a list of all of the distinctive stamps that you can choose from there. So lots to choose from, and really do make making really pretty cards very easy. So this is the stamp set that we're using today. I've already got the stamps that I'm using mounted on some blocks, and I'm going to change up the colours. I'm going to swap the Calypso Coral over to Petal Pink. I'll have the measurements and all of the products that I've used in my blog, and the link to that blog will be shown in the description bar below. So because I'm using Petal Pink for my card, my base card, and also for my designer series paper, which comes from the Subtles collection, I'm using the same colour of ink for the main image for my card. So as you can see, just one application of ink and you've got all of those different shades on there. Now with this one, I've stamped in Blushing Bride on there. I'm going to use Blushing Bride again. And for the ones that I am doing a full flower, that's fine. I can just pop that in there. And there's a slight overlap there, but I'm not at all bothered about that. And I can just ink up the top of the stamp if I wish to, so that there's slightly less of an overlap with the larger flower, like that. So you do get a little bit of an overlap, but it's not immediately obvious. You kind of have to look for it. Okay, so, and I'll do another one, do it in full down the bottom here. And I'm not concerned about whether I'm going over the edge or not on that. For the centres, there are a couple of little stamps, and I am using So Saffron for that. Put the ink pads away so I don't put anything in them. Now my So Saffron is brand new, so it's really juicy. So I'm actually going to stamp off on this one, so that it's not, on that one it kind of looks just like a bit of a blob, so there's a little bit more definition in that one because I've stamped some of the excess ink off. I'm going to do the same with this one. And it kind of lines up there, but again, it's all very abstract. You don't need to pay much attention to lining it up. With these stamps, it's all about the texture. I'm using soft sea foam. And I'm using the larger of the leaf stamps. There's one with 3 and one with 2. I did it the other way around on the last one, but I'll mix it up. And I think I'll have one more. Just pop that in there, coming off the end. So that was soft sea foam, and I am using mint macaron for the other one. Which again is slightly stronger. Yeah, I'm happy with that. Okay, so really nice and easy to create your little floral arrangement on there. I'm just going to chop that down now. Chop that there, and I'll take a little bit off the top there as well. Lovely. So I've got my card base with petal pink and our stamped layer there. I have gone ahead and die cut a couple of these labels. I did 2 in case I get one wrong. And I think I'll actually stamp that with the So Saffron this time. Birthdays are the best days, they sure are. Any day with cake's a good day. Birthday cake's the best day. Yeah, not happy with that. As I say, I think my ink pad is just too juicy. I need to scrape some of that back on there, so change my mind again. Let me just clean this stamp on my chamois. There we are. Yeah, what I'll do with that is I can either scrape some of the ink to the side, or if you press it down with the back of a plastic spoon, you kind of get the ink to sink down a little bit, and it makes it a little less juicy on the top for stamping with. So I'm going to stick with the petal pink then. I know that's well used. I'm slowly trying to replace my older style ink pads with the new ones. There we are. So I've gone off to the side because I'm going to pop that on, and then I'm going to chop that end off there. Okay, so it's just a case of putting this together. Let me grab my multi-purpose, and the other bit that I added on was some of the polka dot tulle ribbon. So I've already cut a piece, so I'm going to put the stamped bit on first, good idea to use your grid mat so that you get that nice and straight. So I'm just lining up those two bits there. Make sure I've got that one straight. Easy. I am going to, I forgot to get my tearing tape out, and I'm going to just add my ribbon along there, and I'll just use a bit of tearing tape to keep that down. Try and pull it a little bit tight. Oops, I knew that would happen. So I try to do things too quickly on camera. And I'll just trim off that extra bit there. Snips. There. So I can now add that layer on. And I'm going to take that tape off the back as well, just to use that to stick down to. Oops, just moved that up there, didn't mean to. And I'm going to pop that on with Stampin' Dimensionals. But as I say, I'm going to chop off the end of that. Just bring in my mini guillotine speed, chop that off, and pop on some dimensionals. And just line that up on the edge like that. And my final touch on my other one was to add in some pearls, so I'll just do the same on this one as well. It means that they kind of coordinate with the dots on the polka dot ribbon as well. Just mix up the sizes a little bit and fill in that little bit of a gap there as well. And there we have it. So I've got my Calypso Coral one and my Petal Pink version. Super simple, but very effective using those distinctive stamp sets. I hope you've enjoyed that. If you have, please give me a thumbs up, and I'd love to read a comment if you've got time. And if you're not already a subscriber, please click on that button too. Thank you so much. Bye bye.